This dude was murdering people for 19 years and they couldn't catch him. However, the way that they caught him, and I'm just giving you a prime example, was that he was eating some pizza, and when he finished, he threw it in the trash, and the people that were following him, which was probably the FBI or the DEA, you know, or whoever, whatever entity of the government it was, when they were sharp as a razor blade, they got that pizza, got the DNA off the pizza, matched it up, arrested one of his family members, matched the DNA with his brother or his son, and then they went back and said, this is him. This is the dude that's been murdering all these people. And it was on the news. You saw it, right? Mm-hmm. It was all over the news. And they caught the guy, and that's what they're doing now. So whoever you are and whatever you did, they have a new DNA system that they're implementing because this is how they vote themselves in office. Right? They do something super to get all the people's attention to make them feel like they're very adequate for the position that they're going to do. But the thing is when you get in that position, then that's when you do what you're supposed to do. Like mayor or councilman or city council or whatever your position is or your seat is, once you're into that seat, then the only thing left to do is your job. Amen. Now today we're going to also talk about fathers who pay child support. Yes, this is a sensitive issue, especially for men who want to be a father. These days in 2010, I see a lot of fathers pushing strollers down the street, carrying their babies with them,
that's right,
and staying home while mama go out there and get the bacon. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying I see, you know, a change in the way fathers care about their babies in our community. And to me, that's a really good thing. Now, when you have a father that pays his child support, his right is to be able to see his child. Because there's nothing greater in a bond than the bond between a mother and his child and a father and his child. Because what makes a family is a mother and a father. And these days, living in the times that we do, there's, from 1 to 100, the percentage of foster care system is about 30% right now in urban areas across not just South Central Los Angeles, but across the United States of America. That's a large percentage of foster care kids who are in high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools. And here we have a father who wants to connect with his daughter to keep her out of that system, and then you have the system manipulating the fathers where they can't have the right exercised to spend time with their children. Now, what does that create? It creates deception. It creates false beliefs. Because if I never see my father, I'm going to believe that I don't know if my father's a good man or a bad man. But if I see my father and I talk to my father, then I have a relationship with my father, and I can hear with my own ears, see with my own eyes, smell with my own nose, and get everything into its proper perspective. Right. Now, we'll come back to that in a few minutes. That's my commentary. That's my commentary on how I feel. Eddie Jones, president of the Los Angeles Civil Rights Association. Remember, you have a civil right, you have a constitutional right, you have your amendment rights, and of course you have your human right. You're a human being. You should be treated as a human by any means necessary. Slavery is over, but is it over in your mind? Okay, so let's move on from there. We're going to come back. We're going to revisit that. We're going to talk a little bit about the elections again. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
You know, I'm doing fine. You're here from Texas. You want to get into acting. You know, I'm going to do what I can to help you. And say hi to your parents and anybody that might be watching.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, sisters. Hi, family. Hi, friends.
And everybody in Lubbock, Texas. My family is from Texas, too. My family's in Houston. My family's in Lufkin. My family's in Arlington, Texas. My family's in all over Texas and in Arkansas, too. So to all my family in Texas, I know y'all watching the show. I love you. Don't mess with Texas. You know when you drive, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. They have a sign. They just recently took it up a few years ago. But when you used to drive to Texas, it's still up. In some cities they took it down, but in most of them, when you drive to Texas, you see a sign that when you start getting deep into Texas, it says, don't mess with Texas. And if you don't believe it, it'll make you a believer. I'm not kidding.
Believe me,
Hey,
it
you
will
know what?
make you a believer.
You know what's amazing? Because they have the death penalty in Texas, right? Now in the state of California, they don't have the death penalty. It's against the law for the death penalty in the state of California. But in the state of Texas, you're gone. It's just bam. You know, and I'm not trying to be, you know, facetious. But you know what? If we start having firing squads again, I'm not kidding. The rape and mayhem and murder would just stop. Purse snatching would stop. You know, because over in other countries, like I said in Singapore, you spray paint on the wall, they cane that dude. They beat him with a cane. Yes, they did. And he called our president at the time and asked him, can you please save me from this whooping? And our president said, hey, you're in Singapore, dude. We have no jurisdiction. You spray paint on their wall? Imagine if we had that in America. Caning, if they catch you spray paint on the wall. We wouldn't have no paint on the wall. Not one. Anyway, back to the elections, because I just want to see this for a second. Now look, over here we got the propositions. Okay?
Yes, we do.
We got, look what it says, all the Proposition 20 says no on Proposition 20. Proposition 21 says yes on Proposition 21. Proposition 22 says no on Proposition 22. Write them down. Are you writing them? Okay, so I'm saying.
What does it say for 19? Does that say neutral?
Okay, that's what we were going to get to that. I'm saving that for last. Come on. My intern just blew
Okay.
my hook. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. No. Jasmine, say hi, Jazz. Can we get a camera on Jazz, please?
Hello.
This is our intern, Jasmine. And what college do you go to?
Los Angeles City College.
Yes, she's in school.
And I'm getting ready to transfer.
Yeah. And she's going on to a university. Where are you going?
I'm going to go to Cal State, LA.
Yes! Cal State LA can't be USC. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
But then I'm gonna go get my master's at UCLA.
UCLA, yes. Now that's the game. UCLA and USC. That is the right. That is the game of all games, right? Whenever they play, the stands you can't even see a seat. The hot dogs are flying. They tailgating, and they're getting their fruit punch on. Yeah, fruit punch. Can you bring that back over here? Whatever you do, kids. If you're watching this right now, kids. If you're watching this right now, don't ever, ever, ever try ecstasy or syrup or none of that stuff, okay? All right? That's not cool, all right? That's, you know, don't sip syrup. You see where T.I. is, right? Huh? T.I. got all that money. And I love my brothers. I love my sisters. I love my people. I love the people. But when you get all that money, you got to do the right thing.
So when you're saying that, how do you feel about 19?
19 years old?
No, Proposition 19.
Oh, Prop 19. Oh, that's my,
If
okay.
you said don't sip syrup and do all and do
Okay, but then again, the clause, this is exciting, because there's a clause in that. And there's an amendment. We're going to amend this to Prop 19. There are sick people that have a right to strive to live. And if this medication is natural, because every medication that the pharmaceutical company makes has 20 side effects. Let me give you a commercial. I'm going to do what they call a monologue right now. You know what a monologue is, right? That's when you ad-lib and just do something live on the spot like that. I'm doing it right now. Here's a commercial about the pharmaceutical companies. Hello, Fred.
Hi, how are you?
You've been having a headache real bad, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been hurting.
Oh man, I know it has. These headaches are driving me crazy. I got some new medicine that the doctor says is really good. And look, the doctor just got the medicine in yesterday, and when I went in the office, he said, here, try this new medicine right here. This is really going to help you. And he don't even know about the medicine itself because he just got it. What do you think about that?
I'd be kind of shady to try it.
Well, I want you to try it because you got a headache, right?
Yeah, well,
Come on, just try it. Look, let me tell you about the medicine. Hold on. This medicine right here says it'll take your headache away in 2 minutes. Your headache is gone. But let me give you the side effects. It says you could have bleeding, diarrhea, your eyes might pop out your head, your foot might roll off and get behind you or something like that. I don't know. But with all the side effects, I don't think that that's a good pharmaceutical thing for me. You know, what do you think, Fred?
I think I'll leave that alone.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave that alone too. 3, 2, 1, action. Now, there you go. How did I do? Come on, you guys. Come on.
Dialogue, by the way.
That was a dialogue. It was a dialogue with a monologue. Anyway, okay. All right. Anyway, so much for that. We're just having fun here on that. But on a serious tip, now let's do something. Let's do something about medical marijuana, and we'll come over. You got to go real soon.
At 10:15.
At 10:15. How do you feel about Proposition 19? You know, legalizing marijuana or not legalizing marijuana?
I don't see anything wrong with legalizing marijuana personally for those, people that are sick, glaucoma and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't use marijuana, but I mean, I don't see
Hold
anything.
on, Mom and Dad, did you hear that? Isn't that great? Come on, let's hear it. That's wonderful. I know you guys are watching in Texas. Don't worry, she's not out here doing any drugs, and we wouldn't allow it, right? We all?
Right.
There you go.
Okay, we wouldn't allow it. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a natural herb. It's grown naturally. So I mean, I don't see why there is an issue of legalizing it. You're right. Everybody does it already. So.
But not everybody.
Not everybody, but a large
But
majority.
A large majority.
A large majority.
People.
And when I say majority, I'm saying professional people.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying white collar people. I'm saying, how people come home and have a drink in the evening. You know how you guys come home and get your bourbon and just, like on the soap operas. Every soap opera scene, they're always having a drink right after work. Or even before an argument, they go have a drink. Anyway, what I'm saying is that it's not going away. Marijuana is never, ever, ever going to go away. I just don't think that people will be killing each other like they have been if they legalize it. And it won't be a big, giant, super offense where you go to prison for the whole. One guy I know right now got caught with 3 pounds of marijuana, and he's doing 36 years in a certain state. 36 years for 3 pounds of marijuana. Ooh, wait, don't you think that's a bit much?
That's what you see.
And that's probably Texas, somewhere around in there. Because in Texas, you will go to jail for a long time. I'm not playing. So don't mess with Texas. And my football team, the Texas Longhorns, I love them. Man, I love the Texas Longhorns.
I like Texas Tech.
I like all the Texas teams. I even like the Texas Rangers because they're in the playoffs. I mean, the World Series. The Texas Rangers, the baseball team.
Yes.
Right.
They're in the World Series for the first time in a long time. Texas is stepping up the game. And it's beautiful. So, okay.
Ooh, can I make a comment on 19?
Yes, please comment on 19.
Okay, well my whole theory is about 19 and the essence of saying it's a natural herb, but in essence, cocaine and opium are also natural and they come from the environment, so in that sense, why not make that legal at the same time, since it does the same thing as marijuana?
Okay, move the camera back over here. Because we can only legalize one drug at a time. Okay? All right? Let's keep it real. That's just too much too fast for the whole world. We can't do... Look, in other countries, like Holland, where this whole thing started, Holland, look it up. Go to Google. I did the math. In Holland is where this whole thing started with this this marijuana. The guy who they call the king of marijuana, this guy sells the seeds. That's it. He just sells the seeds. And he is a multi-billionaire now. Okay? And he does it legally. Alright? This is a big business, and the government wants in it. If the people say yes, this business will increase revenue for the United States of America 100-fold. You don't have no more coyotes sneaking across the border with it. It's legal. Stamp, it's in the big old trailer, it's put on the ship. The ship takes the can off and distributes it to the companies, and it's business as usual. Okay? Get ready, get ready, get ready. I do believe, now this is my opinion, they will legalize marijuana. And it will drop crime, it will increase revenue, and it's going to, however, the only thing I say is if if the law is if you buy medical marijuana from a medical marijuana store, it has to be in the bag, it has to be staple closed, and you can't open it till you get to your home or location, wherever you're going to be. Unless you're at one of the medical marijuana dispensaries where you can go in there and you can actually sit down, and they have brownies, they have ice cream, they have you can season it on your salad, you can cook spaghetti with it like oregano.
I heard they even have shampoo.
Yes, they have hemp shampoo. They've been having it. They've been. Look, let me tell you something. This is not new. They just haven't found a way